Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Now this video is about advice. I've named it newbie advice, but to be honest with you, there's a couple of things in here which are not only for newbies, it's for everybody, you know. And we're going to have a chat while we have a walk around Teppersit Night Market, or weekend/night market, but I haven't said that these days it opens about 5 o'clock and it doesn't get dark till about 7, so it's still daylight. Anyway, it's a lovely market and lots of bargains there. Anyway, we'll have a look around, but we'll have a chat. Now the chat is going to start off with one of the things which a couple of you subscribers have told me happened to you now with regard to telephones. Now one of you guys had an iPhone 15 and he came to Pattaya, and the other guy had a Samsung S23 and he came to Pattaya. Now let me tell you what happened. I mean, they're bringing very expensive phones. These are like $1,000 phones or something on holiday to Pattaya. When you're going to go out up for a night out, you're going to get drunk, you're going to be messing about and all the rest of it. I mean, really, are you sure you want to do that? Because let me tell you what happened. The guy with the iPhone 15, he went out. He was out till 3, 4, 5 in the morning, and he had his phone in his back in his pocket. And when he got home, home, I said back to the hotel. When he got back to the hotel, it was no longer there, and he was drunk, and he has no idea what happened to his phone. Okay, no idea at all. End of story. Now the guy with the Samsung S23, he didn't lose the phone, but what happened is he changed his SIM card, and he put a Thai SIM card in. Now one of the new scams that's happening in Thailand, just recently started, is that after you put a new SIM card in, maybe within a day or 2 or 3, you get an SMS message. Now you shouldn't be doing that because nobody knows your phone number. He got an SMS message, and he opened it, and the moment he opened it, he lost control of his phone, and he also lost money from his bank back in his home country. So you've got to be very careful. I mean, don't forget, these phones have got all the information on that, all your contact. Also his contacts, his friends, ended up getting SMS messages as well. So they've obviously picked up all the contacts as well as his bank account details and his bank app and everything. You've really got to be careful. There's one way around it which is so simple and so cheap, but it completely gets around any problem at all with your phone. Actually there's 3 or 4 guys mentioned this, that they do this on a regular basis. They go and buy on Amazon or somewhere locally a cheap phone for like $100, just a $100 phone, just a very basic cheap smartphone, and they make sure it's unlocked. They take it in somewhere into a repair shop and say, can you unlock the phone, or make sure it's unlocked when you buy it. And then they bring that to Thailand. They bring their own phone, their iPhone or whatever as well, but they bring that to Thailand. The iPhone goes in the safe, and it's never out of the safe unless you have to check something for you, personal thing. The cheap phone is the one you put the SIM card in. Now that is the way to do it. I think it's a very good idea. Because there's no information on that phone. There's no contacts on it except the ones you make, with line, and also there's no apps on it, like your banking app's not on this. None of your important information is on this little cheapo phone. Now I think that's a great idea. It gives you real peace of mind. You don't have to worry about your phone. If you lose it, you lose it. It's only $100. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's just one thing which I wanted to mention to you, and that applies not only to you newbies, but to anybody who wants to be careful with the phone. Going on from that, talking about apps. There are certain apps that are absolutely essential, in my opinion, when you come to Thailand. Now, the main one I would think you need to download is Bolt, B-O-L-T, Bolt. Now, that's a transport app, basically like a taxi app. You can either get you can telephone on your Bolt app to get either a car or a motorbike. Now, car's the better idea because it's only slightly dearer. The only trouble with the car is a little bit slow sometimes. But one of the other things about Bolt is that they do charge double, same as the motorbike taxis do, if there's two people on a motorbike. But they don't with a car, which is crazy. So I would always choose a car. Now, the other one is food. Having food delivered to your hotel. That's Grab, G-R-A-B, Grab. Get a Grab app on your phone, and you anytime you want anything. Most of the restaurants in Pattaya will do Grab. Most of them, you can get pizza, you can get this and that, anything, and not only Thai food, anything you can get, and they'll send it to you straight away within 15-20 minutes. Another app you will need on your phone is Line, L-I-N-E. Now, forget about WhatsApp, because that really is popular in the West. Over here, over in Southeast Asia, people tend not to use WhatsApp unless they've got a regular guy who, like a Westerner who uses it. Then they'll use it for him. But if they're just normal girls, normal Thai people, they'll use Line. Okay, now you want to download Line. It's a great app. It's so simple to use. Just works just like WhatsApp, but it's every single Thai girl you will ever meet has Line on the phone, and they have their own Line ID, or they have a telephone number, which is their phone number. Either will contact you with Line, or you can use the QR code. You can do it like that. But it's really, really good. You need that on your phone. Another one which is very useful, if you're going to do a bit of traveling around Thailand and you want to do some local flights, you want to go, fly up to Chiang Mai, you want to fly down to Phuket or wherever, or Krabi or something, or you want to go fly somewhere, then Traveloka is a really good one for cheaper local flights. So just download Traveloka as well if you're going to do traveling. If you're not going to do it, don't bother. But if you intend to go wandering around town a bit using cheap domestic flights, use that. It's good. Another one is Thai Friendly. Now, Thai Friendly is like Tinder, same sort of thing. They have Tinder here as well, but it's nowhere near as popular. Thai Friendly is really the one that you want if you want a dating app. And it's full of, well, you know what it's full of. And it's very, very, very popular indeed, Thai Friendly. Extremely popular. So that's another app which you really want to have on your phone. So that's the three. That's that. Well, there's more than that. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, those are the ones that you need on your phone. Okay, and preferably on your cheapo Amazon special $100 phone. And then, of course, when you leave Thailand, you just take the SIM card out, throw it in the rubbish bin, put your phone away until the next time you come back to Thailand. When you come back to Thailand, you just buy a new SIM card, just put it in, and you're away again. And you've got all your apps on your phone already, and you don't have to worry about your own phone. Anyway, that's just a little bit of advice for everybody, not just newbies. Okay, let's go on to the next subject, shall we? Okay, another thing, which is a fairly recent thing as well. Again, it will apply to you more experienced guys just as much as newbies, and that is booking your accommodation. I mean, a lot of you guys want condos. Now, it's not easy to get them because if you're doing a short term, like a month, you either end up, with the odd one here or there, which you know somebody and you can rent one, or you end up with an Airbnb, which is like hotel prices anyway. There's very little advantage to using them, really. Or you should book your condo or your hotel through a proper site, a proper site like Agoda or Booking.com or something like that, a real proper site. Now, what's been happening recently is the scams on Facebook. Now, you get somebody advertising a condo on Facebook, say, and they'll pick a really good condo, like for example Grand Avenue or something. They'll pick a really good one, and they'll say, oh, it's 1,000. It's whatever. It's a cheap price anyway, and the people will book it. Now, they don't necessarily pay there and then, but they will pay when they arrive, one or the other. But even so, what happens is that actual condo which they're showing you in somewhere like Grand Avenue doesn't. They don't have any access to it whatsoever. They have nothing to do with that condo. It's somebody else's. It's just out of the blue. Okay. What happens is you book it, and then they'll still say, "We'll meet you at the front entrance of Grand Avenue," and they do. Now, who meets you is an absolutely drop-dead gorgeous young girl. Okay, in a car. And she'll meet you to say, no, I'm going to take you to the condo. And then she'll say, oh, by the way, the person who's here mixed up his dates and he's not leaving till tomorrow. But what I'll do, if you throw your bag in the car, jump in the car, and I'll take you to another condo just for one night. And then I'll bring you back. Now, please don't complain because I'll lose my job and give you a sub story. And she's like a gorgeous looking girl, and you're thinking, oh, okay. And then she says, so tonight, if you want, you can meet me later, and we'll have a drink together and a chat and what have you. And then the following day, I'll pick you up and bring you to Grand Avenue. What do you think happens then? You get in the car, she takes you to Jomtien, to some real cheapo condo in Jomtien, and she signs you in. You go to the condo. She says, I'll see you later. I'll see you later. And you've already paid by this time. You've paid for the whole thing, everything, and then that's the end of it. She blocks you. The people you booked it with block you. You have no contact whatsoever. End of story. And also you check with the reception in the place in Jomtien, the cheapo place, and they say, oh yeah, you booked him for a month, yes, or for 2 weeks or whatever it is, and you've paid, and you think, oh shit, I just got scammed. That's what happened, and that's a Facebook scam. Do not book with somebody from Facebook, okay? Only use a proper site like Agoda or Booking.com. Okay, let's run to the next one, shall we? Now, still talking about accommodation, about, say, when you book your hotel through Agoda or whatever, if you know Pattaya, then you know which area you want to stay in, so that's okay. But a lot of newbies don't know Pattaya. They don't know the difference between north, south, Jomtien, East Pattaya, dark side, central Pattaya. They don't know the difference, okay? So check it out first before you actually book a hotel. Make sure you know where you want to be. For example, you'll see cheaper hotels in the dark side over on East Pattaya. Now, that's fine if you want to stay over there, but that's not really somewhere I would ever stay, because you've got the hassle of crossing Sukhumvit Road all the time, backwards and forwards, and in my opinion, I wouldn't even consider it. Central Pattaya is great. The only thing about Central Pattaya is you can end up with a hotel that's too near some bars. I mean, there are bars everywhere in Central Pattaya, clubs, bars, which play loud music till 2 or even 4 in the morning. Now, if you're the sort of person who could sleep through a thunderstorm, no problem. Don't worry about it. But if you're the sort of person who gets woken up easily by drunken people coming back, walking through down the corridor and shouting and drinking, they're drunk and they're shouting and making noise, then you need to be careful about where you book, and also if it's near a bar. So check out all that first, okay? If you want a quieter place, then North Pattaya up at Naklua, up that area, up near Wangamat Beach and up round there, that's much quieter. Or Jomtien, that's very quiet. Or Pratamnak, which is in between the two. It's quietish, but not too quiet. You know what I mean? So it's just a personal favourite. I live there anyway, and I love Pratamnak. Anyway, the thing is, be careful to choose where you want to be. And as far as travelling is concerned, using Bolt or taxis are up to you, but I would suggest Bolt, as I said before. You don't want to be going too far. So if you want the action in the centre of the city, if you want to be going to like Bacau and or even Walking Street, whatever, don't stay in Jomtien, and certainly don't stay in Naklua, because it's too far. Stay in the centre. But if you want a quieter time, then, as I said, stay in the other places. The only place that I personally would never stay is the dark side, East Pattaya, but that's just a personal thing. So check where your hotel is, and don't get too cheap a hotel, because they tend to be right near bars and right on Bacau and all the rest of it. And unless, as I said, you really could sleep through a storm, you want to be careful about that. Stay away from the actual centre if you can. Just a little bit away. Doesn't need to be far, but just far enough to be away from the bars and all the music. That's something which you need to check when you book your hotel. Okay? Now, talking about going out at night, dress to impress is what some guys want to do, which is fine. That's not. A nice pair of jeans and pair of sneakers and a good shirt or something, fine. Absolutely fine. Don't wear your flip-flops and your Chang vest, but that's fine. Now, but don't wear expensive jewellery like gold necklaces. Do not wear gold necklaces or gold bracelets or something. You can wear a watch. You can wear an Omega watch, no problem, because no one will believe it's real, because there are so many copies here. They'll just assume it's a copy. But with regard to necklaces, gold, obviously gold is prized in Thailand. They snatch them all the time. Do not wear gold, okay? But dress to impress by all means, but don't wear gold, okay, when you go out. And one last thing before we finish, don't overstay your visa. If you get a 30-day stamp when you come in and you don't renew it or something or whatever at immigration, don't overstay, because it's serious in Thailand. Really, they'd really consider it serious, and you might have problems next time you come back. Anyway, guys, just a few bits of advice there. Please look at Patreon, and please subscribe, like, share, ring the bell, and I shall see you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys.